What up, everybody? Me and Zach are here again with new album reviews. If you hear a hissy noise as the air conditioner turned on, I've noticed the past couple videos that there's a kind of noise. It's the fucking air conditioner. So,
you had no idea they were coming out with a new one?
nah, because I don't follow
Sum
41.
I don't really either. It was just popping up on my YouTube and shit.
Damn.
And I checked out one song and I was like,
I remember we were kind of hyped for the last one.
yeah, the last one, that
I
video.
don't remember anything about it.
that meme video they came out with.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of the song. Maybe it was, it wasn't Dead Again. Was it?
I don't know. God, I can't remember nothing about it. I remember Josh was that when Josh was in his clown costume.
Yeah. So, when I heard a song from this one, I was like, well, kind of sounds like what they did on the last album. And I remember it being very short, but we were so bored listening to it, it felt longer than 30 minutes.
Yeah, and this one was short, and at first when it got to the halfway point, I was like, damn, we're only halfway. And then when it was ending, I was like, oh shit, it's over?
Yeah.
So it was like...
It doesn't drag.
Yeah.
Until it gets to those
There's
fucking...
two songs, yeah.
Those two softer songs that really have no place on the album.
Never There and Catching Fire.
Yeah, why? They both throw off the whole vibe.
Yeah, the whole album is real fucking heavy and it's rocking shit.
I guess it's the most metal they've sound in a long time. Hell, he starts doing like kind of scratchier screaming vocals on some parts. But then, after like maybe 4 songs in, it starts sounding a little formulaic.
Yeah.
I will say that it as a good listen as it is, it does kind of all blend together after a while. There's the intro, the rockin' part where everything comes in, the catchy chorus, and then short little sweet guitar solo, and then back to the chorus and it's over.
Yeah.
That's kind of how the album plays.
Rock 101.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, it's pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I mean...
It's good hearing, I guess, metal in the mainstream, or however mainstream these guys are now.
Yeah, and it's weird, because, like, the music on this album is pretty metal, but, like, the vocals, man...
Yeah, the vocals don't fit.
...are still pop-punk to me. And it's like, fucking, to me it almost clashes, but then at the same time it's like, I mean, I can see how this fits.
But then
together.
again, they were always kind of like that.
I guess.
They were always kind of...
Did we do a Sum 41 retro?
No.
Were we going to?
We talk about it.
I thought we did one.
No, we never did one. But, even their first little EP that's... I consider it a fucking album because it's got like 12 songs on it.
Nah.
And then like 2 or 3 songs are in a one song. So it's pretty much a fucking album. It's 30-something minutes long.
Like the other albums.
Yeah, exactly. But it has, the intro is called Grab the Devil by the Horns and Fuck Him in the Ass. And it's a metal track. It sounds like fucking Iron Maiden. They got Pain for Pleasure, and then there's some metal stuff on Does This Look Infected? There's some metal stuff. The next album, Chuck, was pretty much a metal album, excluding some softer tracks. And then they went back to the pop punk sound. It was like they took a whole step back. Like backwards, and try to do Fat Lip again. They lost their lead guitarist.
That guy came back too, didn't he?
Yeah. He left, and they came out with that one album while the dude was married with
Avril
Lavigne.
Avril Lavigne.
and it was just terrible. That fucking album is terrible. Then they did the Screaming Bloody Murder, and it was kind of more back onto the metal stuff with guitar solos because they got a new lead guitar player. Then that last one came out with the new guitar, with the old guitar player back.
There's that. It brings me back to that summer of 2001, where all of a sudden everyone we knew was digging some pop punk, and I was the only one who was like Marilyn Manson kid.
Rob Zombie.
Yeah, Rob Zombie kid and Rammstein kid.
Nobody else at that time.
Nobody else listened to that shit. Everyone else was Green Day and
the only
Sum
thing that you
41
liked
and-
that everyone else liked was Gorillaz.
Yeah, man.
And they only liked
what's
that one
crazy,
fucking
yeah,
song.
I buy that Gorillaz album and like nobody liked it but Clint Eastwood. And like, yeah, it took me about 2 weeks to really like the album, and it took me a couple years to understand it.
I mean, it's not meant to be.
But it was
The album was falsely advertised as that's what the album sounds like.
yeah, everybody thought it was gonna be like some skater hip hop shit,
Mm-hmm.
and it turned into be like a mixture of skater hip hop shit and dub shit and stoner shit and reggae shit and yeah, punk shit. Yeah, but fuck it, yeah, it just reminds me of that. It takes me back to that summer of 2001, man, where like fucking everything. It was like it seemed like that was the summer of punk pop for us.
Yeah. That and the next few years that followed, because after
that, I
say
wasn't
the
paying
one
attention to
the
it
one that
anymore.
started it was fucking Blink-182,
Yeah.
and then Sum 41 is the second one I remember. Good Charlotte came in.
That's when I was
Found
like
Glory. Yeah, that's
done
when I
with
started.
it. Cause I was like, I like Sum 41 and Blink-182, okay, you know, but when those motherfuckers were getting I was
it's
done
like I
with it.
don't give a shit.
I was fucking done with
Simple
it.
Plan.
Yeah, and then when it turned
Yeah.
into when all those bands put on eyeliner, is when I was really.
We're
done
doing
with
that
it.
because we saw Billy Joe do it, and they made a record that sold several million copies.
Well,
we're
it's
gonna
so
do
funny
it
because
too.
nowadays I don't mind that shit all that much. Like I can dig a Panic at the Disco song
Ugh.
and
God.
fucking. You know, like even with that, when I heard that Fall Out Boy version of whatever Nightmare Before Christmas song, I was like, damn, not a Fall Out Boy fan, but they do a pretty good version of this. Kind of like that whole album where it was like all the people I hate. It's like, damn, you know, y'all have talent there, but it's not my talent.
No, it's
But-
just I don't know. The pop punk scene kind of came and went.
Yeah.
Just like it was the hot shit. As far as rock goes in the mainstream, and then the next election came and everything kind of went towards more military rock. You know, like
Which election?
the election in 04. Around that time, rock started changing because it started getting more political, and then you had your songs pandering to the soldiers.
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
that.
man. God, you had your rock bands bitching about the war, and then the bands fucking
Support
this
the
is for our
troops.
troops, man.
Yeah.
Like on that South Park episode.
Mm-hmm. A ladder to heaven.
Yeah, I'm a little bit country. I'm a little bit rock and roll.
Yeah.
But
Around that time, what were the punk pop? Or was it punk pop? Punk pop kids. What were they gonna be singing about? I mean, everyone's into patriotism and supporting the troops, or no blood for oil kind of music, and punk pop guys are singing about why they can't get the girlfriend at school to like them.
which I guess is fine because it's like I guess somebody needs to
Have something else to listen to.
yeah, you know, be a little more What's the word I'm looking for? Socially unaware?
Yeah.
Or is that a harsh way to put it? Maybe just be a little more positive and
Yeah.
in their own little bubble. Like, I don't want to sing about what's going on. I want to sing about
More personal thing.
a place I graduated from 14 years ago.
Jimmy Eat World. You guys are like in your 40s. Singing about goddamn girlfriends.
I've been looking so long at these pictures of you.
The fuck is
I
that?
almost believe that they're real. Fucking Cure. Motherfucking, but yeah, so the 741 album, man, I dig it, okay. It's nothing I'm probably ever gonna listen to again.
It's not one I would go back to.
Yeah, but it's a 30 odd something minutes that I don't mind, I lost.
Yeah, it's not a bad listen. Not a regretful listen. But the CD came with a guitar pick, which was really unexpected. I
Yeah, it's
pulled it
pretty
open
cool.
and this fucking guitar pick with the album art on it shows up, and I'm like, well, what the fuck? That's cool. I'm never gonna use it.
Yeah, I mean, why would, you don't want to, that's
Yeah, why
bullshit.
would you? And
It's one of those,
it's
like,
all
display
right.
it on your shelf.
No, it's gonna stay in the box because I'll fucking lose it if it gets displayed. It's the fucking guitar pick. Those things are easy to lose. But overall, it's a very average kind of album.
Good.
There's nothing that like, oh my god, that's fucking amazing. You
Yeah.
know? It's not
There's
like
no, oh man, this is cool as
it
fuck.
doesn't blow me away. It's nothing I haven't heard in music before. Like that one song, "Never There" comes on. You're like, I knew they were going there.
Yeah, sometimes, I don't know if you guys can do this, but we can sometimes predict where a musical note's gonna go. Like,
Yeah.
let's say you hear a certain progression of notes, and then in your head you sort of think, okay, well, I've heard these two notes that I've heard a million times in this same progression.
This is coming next.
Yeah, this note is coming next. And yeah, there was a time or two where that happened. And there's even bands that I love, you know, that do that, you know, and so it's nothing I don't mind. It's something that's fun to point out. Be like, I knew
Yeah.
that was gonna come.
But when it's a song that's so boring,
Yeah, when it's
Like-
boring and that's the only thing you can get out of
yeah,
it is
like,
the fact that
that
it's
was that
predictable.
song. It comes out of nowhere. It fucks up the flow of the album. It slows it down to a grinding halt, and it's just
Yeah, it really did. Man.
Yeah,
'Cause the whole
God.
album was like real chuggy and
yeah.
real fucking beefy and motherfucker.
Yeah,
and then
it's
it's just
just-
that.
Bing, bing,
And
bing,
that's when
bing,
you were like,
bing,
oh,
bing.
cigarette break. This song sucks.
Yeah. That's exactly how I felt when I first turned it on and listened to it the other day. I was like, alright, I'm digging the, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know what I'm looking for.
It's a Psycho Stick song.
Well, the way the album plays out, I was getting like, alright, I like this, and then that song come up, and I'm like, Jesus, why such a shift in tone? Like, it had such a consistent sound of straight up metal, when I was hoping maybe they got away, maybe they grew up to where they're not doing that again. Then boom, fucking truck hits you, and it's soft. Let's slow it down now. Oh, I gotta mention this since we don't have the Flaming Lips this week, but I was listening to Flaming Lips on random yesterday at work, and my boss comes through there and she says, Zach, how is this music?
Meh.
I'm like, I don't know, it sounds pretty good to me. She goes, this is not music. Beach Boys is music. And she's like, you can't even dance to this. And it was, the song that was playing was Jesus Shooting Heroin.
Yeah.
So it's like there's the dun 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 ah, and that's the part that she started like, what is this?
Yeah, it was a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago. I got home from work and I'm cleaning the house and I was listening to that Twin Temple album. Twin Temple's a satanic doo-wop band, and at the end of the album, there's this like 6 minute long satanic initiation ritual where it's creepy organ music in the background and the lady's just saying stuff like, you know, "Hail Satan, hail Lucifer, hail Lilith," and you know, just a little satanic ritual. And Stas came home at that point, right? And she's like, "Why are we hailing Satan?" I'm like, "I don't know, you know, the album's just playing out." And then like it keeps going and shit, and she's like, "This is what you listen to when you're washing the dishes?" And I was like, "Well, I mean, it's the end of the album. The rest of the album is doo-wop music." And if you're wondering why little kitty Kenzu has a cone on his head, is he had dental surgery, and he had to have a tooth removed, unfortunately, and so they put it on him so he doesn't bust a stitch or anything. So
I've never seen them made of fabric.
yeah, it's pretty
It's
weird.
weird.
Yeah, it's really weird.
It seems like it'll just fold over and
Right.
it won't do any good.
Right. But I give the album a 6.
Yeah, it's above average, I
it's
guess,
just
a
enough
little above average.
and
Those two songs really hurt it, though.
yeah, those are
You can trim those two songs off this album, you won't miss a damn thing.
yeah.
Because it should not end with.
It almost felt like
soft
they
song.
did them. It almost felt like they did them because it's like, well, I guess we have to have a soft song.
Exactly.
When like all the heavy songs were fine enough.
So really, we just needed 8 songs.
But
that wasn't enough. It's a 6.
definitely,
If you're a fan,
6.
you'll pick it up. You'll probably enjoy it. I don't know. It's not the most amazing thing in the world.
it's not 2001 anymore.
No.
It's
But
2019.
if they did this in 2001, I don't know if they would be looked at like they are today. Because what else was coming out that sounded like this in 2001? Other than his vocals, like the music on it.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Because it would have been at least the most metal thing, but next to fucking Slipknot in the mainstream. Because they were doing Fat Lip in 2001. That album has one metal song on it. It's the Pain for Pleasure thing.
But shit, what do you guys think about the new Sum 41? Or have you even listened to it?
How do you even care?
Do we have any Sum 41 fans watching
Probably not.
right now? Probably not.
I mean, how many people really care for this band? Oh, they only know Fat Lip and In Too Deep.
I'm in too deep. So, yeah, that was the thing, dude. Like, all those little poppy punk bands had some really good little hooks and melodies, man. That, like, that's a song I probably haven't heard in.
But you know you still remember the melody.
Yeah, man, I haven't heard that shit in ages, and like when you said that, I was like, oh yeah, that was another song. Na 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 na. I'm like, fuck, it instantly down came in my fucking head. But shit, y'all, we're gonna come back with the new Sabrome album.